Hey everybody, and welcome to the 360 Comic YouTube channel. This is our first video and hopefully the first of many. As you can see in the description down below, we're going to be talking about dollar bins today, and specifically a haul that I recently got from a local comic shop's dollar bins. If you're not familiar with dollar bins, they are exactly what they sound like. A bin of comics, all marked at $1. Great place to look for things to complete runs, look for filler issues, as well as check out new things. Sometimes you find nothing that you like. Sometimes you find something nice. Sometimes you find something really nice. Sometimes a little bit of money, something worth a lot more than $1. Sometimes you find something you've been looking for that's been eluding you. Other times you find just something new to check out. So definitely go in those dollar bins, deep dive, check them out. It's worth it at pretty much any store. Speaking of stores, the store we're talking about today, Toy and Comic Heaven in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. They are great. They bag and board all their books, including the dollar bin books. Everything's nicely organized. They've got more than just comics, as you can see in the name: toys, action figures, video games, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, all that stuff. If you're not in Pennsylvania, this is the Philadelphia area, it's all good. They got a website, toyandcomicheaven.com. They're also at some of the cons. I know they're going to be at Terrificon up in Connecticut later this month. Check them out. Also, one more thing, please like this video if you're into the content, subscribe to my channel, and definitely hit that notification button so you know when more content is coming out. I'll be posting every week. That's kind of the goal that I have in mind, and hopefully I keep up with it and keep this channel going. I also have an Instagram. I'm doing a giveaway right now on the Instagram, so if you're hearing this and it's July 2021, go check out that Instagram, 360 Comics, same as this channel, and enter for a chance to win a Web of Spider-Man 1. Not the Web of Spider-Man 1 from 1980-something. I'm talking about the Web of Spider-Man 1 from 2021. First appearance of Harley Keener, the little kid from Iron Man 3 with the potato gun, who also has a cameo at the end of Avengers Endgame. He's not a mainstay in the MCU yet. Maybe he will be. There's been a lot of spec on this book. It's been hot. I've seen it go on eBay for $20, $25, $30 for just the cover A version, which is the one that I'm giving away. Check it out. Your chance to win it if you did not get a chance to grab it off the comic store stand, last month, a month or two ago. Anyway, let's get into this. Toy and Comic Heaven in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. Here's our first book. We got New Mutants, number 13. Not a specifically big key or anything. It is the first appearance of Douglas Ramsey, who later becomes Cypher. But I bought this for a couple reasons. One, I love the X-Men spin-offs. I love, especially the 80s ones. New Mutants and X-Factor. They're awesome. Great reads. I actually didn't have a copy of this one in remotely nice condition. The one I have is pretty beat up. I think I got it out of a dollar bin when I was trying to get a run to read. But this one, way better condition. And that's why I got it. It's almost a 40-year-old book. For $1 in this great condition, certainly not a 9.8, but it's up there. It's definitely at least a 9.2, maybe 9.4. Who knows? Maybe 9.6 with a nice little press. But it's a good looking book, and I love this run. Definitely check out the New Mutants if you haven't yet. Next book is a number 1. It's The Man-Thing number 1. It is not The Man-Thing from the Silver Age number 1. That's volume 1. This is volume 2 from 1979. Still a number 1. Still a cool book. Awesome cover. Man-Thing in the water. This copy is, if you can't tell, basically chewed on. It actually might be chewed on. I'm not really sure. But it is a reader copy through and through. I plan on using it as a reader copy, reading it myself, having it as a cool piece of my collection, and then later probably passing something like this along to someone else, whether it's a friend getting into comics, or a new collector in my family maybe, or just doing it as a giveaway, as part of a bigger bundle for a giveaway. It's a not a first appearance or anything, but it's an issue number 1. Looks cool. That's Man-Thing, 1979, volume 2. These next books, I was really surprised. I was surprised to see these in here. You don't often see Amazing Spider-Man in dollar bins, and even less often do you see Bronze Age ASM. But we found it. We got issue 133 right here. Nothing super special about this issue. It's an ASM book. Again, lightly chewed on, but still an ASM book from 1974. Bronze Age, Amazing Spider-Man. Coming up next, we got ASM 150. And this one is, you can see up here, it was 25 cents, but now it was marked to 15 cents. Obviously, they didn't sell this one right away, so they marked down the price. Unfortunately, that's how they did it back in those days. They just wrote on it. And these are really cool. 25-cent price tag, 1974, Bronze Age, Amazing Spider-Man. Old stuff. We got Vulture and Kingpin and Sandman here. Some pretty classic characters. Next up, we got ASM 167. This is a little bit more of a significant issue than the last two. This one is the first appearance of Will-O-the-Wisp. And really cool cover. Spider-Man in the middle, Willow and Spider-Man over here, Spider-Slayer and Spider-Man over here. Like the cover. It's in a little bit better condition than the first two. Still probably lightly chewed on, but great reader copy to have of a minor key, ASM, 1970s. Can't be upset about it. ASM 169. This one, again, kind of a minor key. It's not a character-based minor key, but in the back of this issue, there is a letter from a young Frank Miller. If you're not familiar with the name, Frank Miller did the Wolverine Limited series. He did Sin City. He's a pretty prolific writer in the comic world. Definitely check out his stuff. And he wrote into the comic and was featured in the back and the letter to the editor section. It's a cool little tidbit. Again, there's pencil markings on the front of this, reader copy through and through, but it was $1. Can't complain. This last one, not a super significant issue, but it's a little bit better condition. It's an ASM book from the 70s. It was $1, so I picked it up. That's it for the ASM. I wish there was more in there. I did search all their dollar boxes, especially once I saw those, but that was it for the ASM. This next run, I like this run. I grew up in the 90s. This has got a little special place in my heart. We got the most sold comic book of all time. You know it. We got X-Men Volume 2, number 1. 8.1 million copies sold. Partially due to the variant covers. And we're going to put those out here. We got a couple of them. This one features, Gambit, Colossus, Psylocke, Rogue. We got Beast, Archangel, Storm, Jean Grey, and Professor X here. And a third copy of this. This one's a little bit nicer to have. This is the wraparound cover. It actually features all of the variant covers if you just open up the flaps on the inside of the front and back cover. You can see Cyclops and Wolverine here, and you open it up, you see the other two covers as well as the Magneto cover inside of there. And anytime I see this book for $1, if it's in decent shape, I'm going to pick it up. It's a piece of comic history. It might be, there's a million copies out there. There's so much supply that demand's never really going to catch up, but piece of comic history nonetheless. Great thing to give to a new comic book, comic book collector, someone just getting into it, and pretty good story. Good stuff from the 90s. This run is not a bad one to pick up and read, and pretty affordable other than number 4. Here we got number 2. Basically just picked it up as a copy to read. It's actually in pretty good shape, but nice to go along with number 1 is 2 and 3. I figured for $1, hey, why not? 2 more that I picked up from this run. It's not going to be number 4. I know you're probably getting your hopes up that was in there. No, they know better than that. But Number 4 is the first appearance of Omega Red. This is number 18. Really awesome Omega Red cover. I grew up in the 90s. I loved Omega Red. I played the Marvel Overpower card game, and one of the heroes I used was Omega Red because I liked him so much. And, I just like this cover, so I threw this one in the bunch that I picked up. This one, on the other hand, kind of a key issue. It's a really iconic cover. I think it's Kubert, right? Yeah, Andy Kubert did the cover on this one. This is Rogue and Gambit kissing, obviously. Really cool cover. Red background makes the characters pop out. Pretty iconic. For $1, can't complain. This is probably the most expensive of the books that I found, although there is a little spine tick in the middle. It's actually kind of a big spine tick. It does break the red color, unfortunately, but hey, whatever. For $1, I'm not going to complain about anything like that. So that's enough of X-Men Volume 2. We're going to go back a little bit farther, and we're going to look at X-Men Volume 1. And this next section is going to be the post-Claremont. So I kind of separate it into the original run of 1 through 66, the reprints up to 93, then the Claremont run, and then the post-Claremont run. So this is part of the post-Claremont run. Here we got just a really awesome Jim Lee cover. Nothing super significant about this issue. Awesome Archangel cover. 286 is the number. Great Jim Lee cover there. Sorry, Toy and Comic Kevin, you fell. There we go. Next up is 285. This is a minor key issue. This is the first appearance of Mikhail Rasputin. And you probably heard Rasputin and instantly thought Colossus or Magic. Both of them, brother and sister, have that last name. This is their brother, Mikhail. He's kind of he's not a very important character compared to, his brother and sister, who are definitely more mainstays, especially Colossus, in the X-Men world. This is his first appearance. And speaking of the Rasputin family, this next issue is the death of Ilyana Rasputin, and I actually got 2 copies of it right here. She gets infected with a disease that affects only mutants, if I remember correctly, and she does end up dying. Sad. But yeah, check this one out. I even the stuff that's after the Claremont run, I think it's a great story. I grew up with this stuff. But really, really, really good cover. I like the white. I really like white covers with the characters. Makes them pop. Just like, the Stark red cover like we talked about before. But yeah, great comic. Minor key issue. This one, I picked up this just because of the cover. This is, 308, I think? Yeah. Uncanny X-Men 308. It is a John Romita Jr. cover. Correct, I think. Yes, it is. Awesome. We got Cyclops and Jean Grey, and then we got retro Cyclops and Jean Grey, kind of showing their original costumes from the the first 66 X-Men books. Little homage, if you will, to that original artwork. And last one in the post Claremont X-Men run, we got 311 here. Not a super significant issue, but it is a key. It's the first cameo appearance of the Phalanx. Not super big or anything, but for $1, I'll take it. Last batch of books here, and then I will let you guys go. Just 4 of them. We got some Claremont X-Men. I love to see Claremont X-Men in dollar boxes. Usually it's pretty beat up, but these are pretty good. Not only are they pretty good, they are all newsstand edition. And, at this point, this is the late 80s. Newsstands were far less popular, less printed at this point than direct editions. There were far more direct editions due to the popularity of comic shops. So these are a little bit rarer and in great condition, so I picked it up. That's a 216. Here's a 217. This is a minor key. This is when Dazzler joins the X-Men. She's not her first appearance. She's around a couple times before she joins, but here's her on the cover fighting with Juggernaut, my favorite X-Men baddie. 218. This is again nothing really important, but just a Claremont XMen with the newsstand edition. And this last one's again a minor key, again newsstand edition as well. This is Havoc joins the X-Men. So we got two minor keys in characters that already existed, just joining the X-Men. But yeah, anyway, that's my haul. I definitely think that the X-Men 24, the one with the Rogue and Gambit kiss, that is definitely the most expensive and probably the book that I was the most excited about finding in there. But really, all this is great. I'm happy to have it. I'll definitely read some of it that I haven't read yet, and eventually pass a lot of this stuff on. This is great stuff. Pick up in a dollar bin and give it away to someone who's interested in comics. Anyway, if you made it this far, I assume you gotta like the video. So go ahead, click that like button and subscribe, please. Support the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button, head on over to Instagram if you have that, and follow me at 360 Comics on Instagram. And that giveaway, if it's still going on, definitely enter. If it's not, there's probably another one going on. I'm probably going to do one every once in a while for the YouTube channel, for the Instagram, all that stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video and what you'd like to see in the future. And don't forget, turn the page, wash your hands.